If not managed, it can lead us to feel really powerless and leave us to be vulnerable to stress, burnout. Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Yasmin and this is Nadia, and on this channel we create videos about inner work, healing, overcoming stress and burnout, and creating a life of joy, balance and abundance. And today we're going to be talking about how to deal with uncertainty and let go of control. So a lot of uncertainty, especially with the way that our world is today, is inevitable. It's the unknown, the unpredictable, and if not managed, it can lead us to feel really powerless and leave us to be vulnerable to stress, burnout, anxiety. So it's good to know how to manage ourselves and our thoughts so that we can learn to deal with uncertainty instead of suffering from it, because it can be quite a painful state to be in. So today we're going to be giving you 4 powerful tips on how you can deal with your uncertainty so that you can protect your health, well-being and your joy. So our first tip is to see uncertainty as a gift and embrace it. So for this, I want to ask you to consider, what would life be like without uncertainty? Imagine you knew everything that would happen. Would that make for a fun, exciting and enjoyable life? Would you be excited to see what happens next, or learn new things, or go on adventures and discover things and see where you end up? Probably not, because uncertainty is what excites us and makes us look forward to the future. It makes us want to try a new hobby or go on an adventure and try new things. It makes us learn more about ourselves. It makes us push that little bit further and go outside our comfort zone and discover how capable and able we are to do things that we never knew we could do. So knowing it's the uncertainty that brings us this joy and excitement in life, we need to learn to embrace it rather than resist it. The more you perceive uncertainty in this positive way and focus on what it's going to give you and what value it's going to add to your life, the less you're going to resist it and the more you can embrace it so you can have an extraordinary life. Focus on the fact that each time you go through or push through something that you were uncertain about and go beyond your perceived limitations, you become a stronger and more capable and confident version of yourself. So start to embrace uncertainty rather than letting it cripple you. Focus on the opportunities it's going to bring into your life. Look at it with curiosity rather than letting it worry you about, oh, what's going to happen, and think of the scenarios that might go wrong. And remind yourself that once you've gone through this uncertainty and embraced it, there's going to be self-growth and gifts that you find in yourself that you couldn't ever see before. So our second tip is very linked to embracing uncertainty, and that's to surrender and let go of attachment. So what we mean by this is uncertainty often makes us feel all the negative emotions and feelings, and this is because we're resisting it. We want to know, we want to understand, we want all the answers, and the fact that we don't have that and we have uncertainty, we don't know what's going to happen, is what makes us feel unhappy and uncomfortable. It's because we're resisting the way that things are. We want to know what's going to happen and we're resisting the fact that we don't. So what we need to do is we need to let go, we need to surrender to that, and we need to embrace where we are. We need to stop resisting where we are. So how do we do this? We learn to understand and believe that everything is happening for us. We feel resistance because we feel that life shouldn't be happening to us the way that it is. We feel that what's happening isn't the way it's supposed to happen. It's not the situation that makes us suffer with the uncertainty. It's what we are believing about the situation, the meaning that we are putting to the situation, that makes us suffer and resist. So by learning to accept that what is happening for you, even if it's something that you don't expect to happen, it's happening so that it can take you to something greater. It's for your benefit. By learning to do that, you take a lot of the resistance and the weight and the pressure off. And this isn't about letting go of your goals and desires and what you want. This is just about releasing the pressures and the concerns of what you want. And one of the ways you can do this is to literally trust and release it to something that you trust. For example, this is something that I do a lot, which is I release my concerns and worries to the universe. So if I'm worried and concerned about something, I will put my goal out there. I'll be clear on what I want, but then all the worries and concerns and the negative aspects of it and the things that I can't figure out, I'll literally say, universe, take this from me. Deal with the worries and concerns and make it unravel to the best way that it will happen for me. And this takes so much weight and pressure off, and it allows you to stop resisting what's happening, because you put your trust in something greater, something more powerful, and something with more resources than you have or you can perceive right now. So take the worries and concerns off your shoulders. Trust that there is something greater that will guide you. If something's happening and you can't work out why, and you can't figure out how that's going to get you to your goal, just trust that it still will, even though you can't see how. Let things unravel and believe that they're unraveling to your advantage. And like we said, it's not about letting go of your dreams and desires. It's just about letting go of, you know, those thoughts that make you worry, and the doubts and the fears, because they're not going to serve you. The action, you know, the believing, that's going to serve you. It's going to make you act, and it's going to make you get closer to your goals, but the fears and worries won't. So our third tip is to manage your stress levels so you can deal with uncertainty better. So when we're stressed, anxious or tired, or certain basic needs haven't been met, we tend to look at things through the worst possible lens, particularly when you're stressed and anxious, because your mind is in fight or flight mode, which means that it's super alert and scanning for negativity, problems and a potential crisis that might arise, rather than looking for potential positive outcomes or solutions or opportunities. So in order to deal with uncertainty better, we really need to manage our stress and anxiety levels through things like exercise, through eating healthily, through meditation and mindfulness and social interactions. This will take you out of fight and flight mode and move you into rest and digest mode, which means your mind can stop focusing on the negativity and problems and start finding the solutions and potential opportunities in this uncertainty you're facing. So make sure you're looking after your mental and physical well-being with good sleep, nutrition, exercise, mindfulness, all these things, because this will help give you a different perspective on what you're uncertain about. We do actually have a whole video on how to manage stress and how to complete your stress cycle, which we'll link in the description below. So our final tip is to do some inner work to understand where your fear and discomfort from uncertainty is coming from. So if you are experiencing a lot of fear and discomfort around uncertainty and the unknown, then become still and ask yourself questions. Investigate where this fear is coming from. Because if you are feeling a lot of fear around uncertainty, it's likely that deep down there is a deep-rooted feeling or belief that is making you feel fearful. So this is where shadow work comes in, which is really digging deep to make the subconscious and the unconscious conscious, you know, bring light to all of those beliefs that you have so that you can understand where this fear is coming from. And we do have a video all about shadow work, which we'll link down below, which explains a little bit more about shadow work and how to do it. But for the purposes of this video, basically what you need to do is really sit still and allow yourself to feel the feelings that you're feeling around uncertainty, and ask yourself questions about it. You know, why am I feeling this way? What do I fear about uncertainty? And really see what you're feeling, see what comes up, see what hidden beliefs or experiences that might come up, and you know what you felt around those experiences. So perhaps in your childhood you experienced a lot of uncertainty, which ended up leading to pain, and now in your adult life when you experience uncertainty, that triggers the fear in you. So shadow work is about going back to those experiences and healing them and redefining them so that you can stop the fear of uncertainty or minimize your fear of uncertainty. And we're going to give you some questions that you can ask when your feelings and fears come up to help you do your shadow work. What am I afraid of? What beliefs do I have about uncertainty? What is my uncertainty trying to teach me? What experiences have I had where I felt uncertain? Do I trust myself to handle situations in the future? The truth is, if we are fearing uncertainty and the unknown, it's not actually the unknown and uncertainty that we're fearing. It's the negative beliefs about the uncertainty and the unknown that we're fearing. So we're thinking about all the negative potential things that could happen in our future. If, you know, we linked positive situations to our future and positive and exciting events to our uncertainty, so you know the future's uncertain, but you started to think and project into that future all the exciting things that could happen because it's unknown, then you wouldn't have that fear and suffering. You'd be excited about the future, you'd be excited about the unknown. So do your shadow work and see where these beliefs are coming from about the unknown and uncertainty, because there's probably a lot of old programming in there that just needs to be healed, and that's what shadow work will allow you to do. It's so important to heal those shadows and those inner voices, because if we keep on allowing them to run our lives, you know, we start to get stressed and anxious and burnt out, and they take over our lives. And you know, if this is something that you're suffering with, if you are often very stressed and burnt out, then we do have a free masterclass below called Burnout to Balance, which will take you a lot more deeper into shadow work and how to do it, and also how to overcome stress and create more balance in your life. So check that out down below. So that's it for today, guys. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe and comment, and until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.